So it's been a while since I made a video on a new mode in the game because normally I don't really bother with them unless they have a cool skin to offer. However, in this recent update, since they're collaborating with Subway Surfers, they brought in a new mode called Subway Run, which I'm going to be honest is a lot of fun to play. Of course, not every brawler is going to work, but I do think Kid is one of the best brawlers to choose from, which may not surprise you. Oh, and by the way, I don't have every Subway super unlocked, but to be honest, I've only been using Subway sneakers and jetpack, and they are really good off the bat. So with that said, in this video I'll go over what makes Kid a great choice, as well as a few tips that might help you create a strategy with him. Now, what makes Subway Run really fun is that it's fast paced and it's not team based, and I only say that because you can get more trophies if it's solo. And unlike Solo Showdown, you won't be seeing 2 or 3 players trying to team up because it's basically a race against time, and it's also really easy to die here. Apart from players trying to kill you, you also have to worry about these subway trains because if you get caught lacking, they will beat the piss out of you. In one of my first few games with Kid, the trains killed me as many times as the players did, but don't let this discourage you from using him. If you're familiar with Kid, then you know the benefits that his super can bring, and you'll find out that it's absolutely crucial here. So speaking of super, the first tip I have is to try and direct his super on top or near the checkpoint whenever you can. This mode is all about speed, and if your super or gadget gives you some type of boost, then you will have a greater chance of winning. It's also really important to make sure where you're aiming because sometimes a brawler might spawn on the checkpoint. Though with that said, if there is a player who has low health and is relatively close to the checkpoint, then I do recommend using your super since you get a speed boost by eliminating them. As I mentioned in the beginning, I don't have all Subway supers unlocked, so I don't really know which one is the absolute best, but jetpack worked really well for me, and I think most players would use it just to get over the train, so I guess you can consider this another tip. Though in case you don't have it, Subway sneakers works fine as well, albeit with less range. Now this shouldn't surprise you, but Kid's gadgets and star powers are completely useless here. If you don't have any of them unlocked, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything, but I do recommend buying some gear like shield or health. His hypercharge on the other hand is still effective, and unless you're more focused on defeating players, you might forget to use this as intended, so I would just recommend fighting players regularly if given the chance, especially if some are grouped up on the checkpoint. It may not always be an easy walk to the park, but it is a lot of fun regardless. So those were my quick tips, if you can call them that, on using Kid for Subway Run. Some of this information may not be new or innovative, but I do hope it can provide you with a new perspective, at least when it comes to strategy. Anyways, have a good day.